Hey guys, Popular Boat here, and let's play some more Squabbler Stellar Elite in Stellaris. Now we've made our first baby steps into the world, we've discovered all the neutral space creatures around, we've got some good planets nearby, and what looks to be either a fallen empire or an advanced AI start not too far away. And let's continue surveying systems, get our construction ship ready to build this mining station, and let's have a quick look how our planet is going. We've just got a new population, everyone's pretty happy, looking good for minerals and everything. Now let's get that mining station up. We're very good on energy credits at the moment, so I might move someone to produce more food and minerals for now.
Research complete.
Cool, we've got deflectors. Let's go with fusion reactors so we can have more deflectors on our ships, and let's reduce the speed one and get upgrading. How many can we fit? 2 of you. 3 of you is enough. Excellent. Let's call you the cuttlefish. Get rid of that. Construction ship. Have a deflector. Science ship. I am of the opinion that having more survivability on as many ships as possible is always a good idea. Now, we are playing with the mod that gives us the ability to upgrade transport ships and the mining stations. So, keep that in mind, actually. That's looking good. This should increase the costs of constructing these.
Situation log encountered.
But we have such a massive discount on building stuff at the moment that I don't think that's going to really matter. And I'd rather have a bit of extra survivability than not. That'll do. Encounter in Hydrobius. We've encountered more aliens. Is this just... Didn't get a chance to see. It may just be a science ship exploring. Okay, let's send our fleet to do a bit more of a lap around, and then they can go home to upgrade. Now, stuff we haven't been past in sensor range yet will be unknown. Stuff we have passed with sensor range but haven't visited is low, and once we visit it, it goes up to medium. And all the way up to high, once we actually have surveyed it properly. Let's detour through here and then go back home. So instead of alien vessels, it'll actually keep track of who's there. Construction ship. Go build. We have plenty of power, so I think I'll send him back there and he can build these research stations. Go to here even. Now, how much is it going to cost to upgrade our fleet? 100. That's not bad for 6 ships, really. Who have we met? More void clouds. So these guys are going to be a small AI, I think. I'm not liking how close these guys are. Is that going to be a fresh colony they've started? Yes it is. Fuck. I think we found our first major threat. because they're starting colonies close to us already. I think it's going to be a good idea for me to rush a frontier outpost to claim this planet, even if it's tiny. Because I don't really want to get overrun early on. How's our surface looking? Pretty good, pretty good. Construction ship, can you start your research station?
Research complete.
Yes, that has gone up in price quite considerably. Research complete. Build better mining networks. Do I want spaceports or armor? Armor is probably a great option. Although I do want to start fighting crystalline entities. And they have laser weapons. Let's go spaceport level 2 so we can build ships faster. Finished surveying the system. Some decent resources. Now let's go survey that system, get a frontier outpost started soon. That's looking really nice too. "40 months till we can start building colony ships." Can we upgrade our... No, you need a bit more money. Or a bit more minerals. Running into more hostiles, more crystalline entities. I think we'll go fight... I think there was some here. We'll go fight those. Get our projects going. So at the moment we need to go fight each of these. We'll get this upgraded in a minute. How's our scientists going? Level 3. How are these anomalies looking for challenge? 15%. Still very high. Doesn't seem high, but I've had someone consistently fail 15% anomalies like 4 times in a row. I'd rather not do that again. Okay, we're losing power slightly, so let's switch this guy back. Really want to be running in a surplus to build this up for when we get our first colony ships out. Another void cloud. Let's get this guy over in orbit of the sun and we'll build our frontier outpost as soon as we can. 72. I'm going to switch these to passive so they don't run away if someone shows up. Cost of 90. Why is it going to cost 90? Yeah, this is where the difference between the mod and the in-game stuff becomes apparent. Hopefully that'll be something they work on and fix. Even in the base game, I think I noticed it didn't matter how much your colony ship was costing to build. I don't have it as a list yet. It still stayed at 350 until you were quite ahead of the upgrades outweighing that base cost. So I think a frontier outpost is always going to cost 90 until we get past it in terms of hard cost. Hopefully that'll give us enough border to cover Keyed. End of this month we can build the frontier outpost and start claiming these resources. Or would it be better to go... No, I want some pressure over this side.
Construction complete.
Finish building the mineral processor. Let's get that frontier outpost up. More people over here is... This might be a fallen empire. Or it could be another advanced AI start. If we have too close, that could be an issue. But we do have a lot of space. We'll have to see how we go. This is where it's probably would be a good idea to start talking to them and seeing. But I'll let them do that because I really want my colony ships. System survey complete. How about you go... I think that is a colony that's almost complete. Let's come over here. Oh, you're gonna do 2 jumps. Do there then. Okay, these guys should be coming home to get upgrading. Well, they will be once I tell them to upgrade. How's our surface looking? New pop is almost ready, and then I'll have to work out where I want to build things next. Might be a good idea to get some science output started. At the moment, our leader, who has plus 10% to all the physics output, isn't actually applying a bonus, because those bonuses only apply to the actual output on a planet. Yeah, so once we're actually producing it, then we'll get that bonus. Hey, we're going pretty well. Still early days, but we're expanding quite nicely. Okay, let's get our fleet upgrading when they get back. I haven't done any modding myself, but I'm using a set of mods. Give me a second and I'll upload the picture. Actually, I'll post a link. Here we go. That's the list of, well, that's my tweets I did to advertise that I was about to start, and there's an image in there that has the list of mods I'm using from the workshop. Some of the biggest ones are increasing the surface size to 25 tiles for all the capital planets. Beautiful battles, which adjusts how the ships do formations and interact, and how some of the combat takes place. And increased UI sizes for things, and being able to modify the other ship types. I think that's all the major stuff. We know without a doubt that a thriving biosphere is not something unique to Squab. Both the scientific community and the public at large are eager to learn more about the various forms of alien life found throughout the galaxy. Efforts to catalogue the life forms we encounter are already underway, but our xenobiologists have urged us to focus our planetary survey efforts on habitable life-bearing worlds. Sounds good.
Situation log updated.
Science ship, go do more surveying. Our frontier outpost isn't far off being done. Yeah, I'm very impressed as well. It's reminding me a lot of the XCOM 2 launch. Within a week there was already a ton of mods improving and tweaking how all the game was working. And it fixed a lot of issues and improved a lot of things very quickly. And it looks like the same is being done for Stellaris. This is my first Paradox game where I've actually gone through and picked up a bunch of mods that haven't just been like 1 or 2 changes. Oh, another one is improved. It's 2 times upgrading speed, which is a lifesaver.
Ships upgraded. Construction complete.
Some of the upgrade times in the late game were just insane. Let's go see if these were crystalline entities to get that project pushed along. Any construction worth doing at the moment? Yeah, let's get a lab built there, and I might go get that worked once it's finished actually, rather than waiting for another pop to pop. Construction ship is almost done, and then we can get these mining stations up. I'm more keen on minerals than research at this point. Cool, we finished that. Excellent. Our space has expanded to there too. Let's get mining station built. After looking at, well, I've been watching the Paradox streams for Stellaris as well as Hearts of Iron 4, and I'm a bit disappointed that there hasn't seemed to be been as much care, or there just wasn't as much of a team putting effort into a lot of the UI aspects of this game. Like Hearts of Iron 4, looking at the streams, it seems the UI is very well done, and I don't know if that's just because that hostile is not there. Let's go over here then. I don't know if that's just because Hearts of Iron is a sequel game and they had a lot of things to build from, or if just the people who worked on this didn't take cues from the other games so much, having to build it from scratch. Like, there's a lot of UI that doesn't seem hugely polished. Where's a good example that I had? So take this screen for example. Instead of having... So usually there's a modifiers list in Paradox games. Yeah, that's understandable. I got into both of those games, both EU and CK2, only, I think it was about maybe Easter last year, but I am a big fan of both of them, and I have sunk 600 hours into both. Especially EU4 multiplayer is good fun. I'm way more excited for Hearts of Iron 4 than I have been for Stellaris. Mainly because watching the blog streams leading up to this, I could see where mechanics had been taken from the other games. Yeah, I play a ton. I think one fortnight I checked my Steam played time and had played something like 120 hours or something ridiculous, some massive amount in a fortnight, and I was quite shocked at that. Okay, these entities are going to be too strong for us to fight at this point. Let's find some smaller crystalline threats. Ideally some that are just individuals. Yeah, so the UI,
Construction complete.
this screen here, it doesn't actually, it's almost like this was made, populated with stuff they think might be important, but not refined once it was in, or once more mechanics were added. It seems to be a lot of stuff they've put in, or planned, and then built the game and not come back to. Because it would be handy to actually have better information in these. There's a lot of tooltips that don't go into as much depth as I'm used to from EU and CK2 as well, which is probably the other change. Let's get this other mining station started. I don't mind running a deficit for a little while because I know I've got all this power now. I've got all this power A system over. Any buildings to build? Swap those? Not right now, really. That's not to say I haven't been enjoying the game a lot, but I'm really looking forward to the first couple patches where they improve a lot of stuff. And from following Wiz, who was the guy who did the blog stream and is one of the AI developers, from following him on Twitter, it seems like they there's a lot of stuff that they've already patched and fixed and changed, or didn't make it as a final product by release date. So there should be a lot of content coming with these first few patches. A lot of stuff that they had to take out because they didn't have time to test properly to put it in the game. How's our scientist going? Level 3. Oh, I'm pretty concerned about this neighbor because they colonized this planet since we started, so they have to be an advanced AI. But yeah, I'm so keen for Hearts of Iron 4. Hearts of Iron 4, watching that, it's all mechanics that aren't in the other Paradox games. Like, I'm sure there's some that are in Hearts of Iron 3, but that just looks like another 200-hour learning curve to actually enjoy a game that's going to be obsolete once Hearts of Iron 4 is out.
Anomaly found.
I really want to get my hands on the systems of designing your armies and how all the combat works. Found another anomaly, but 15% is still too high for my liking. We've got enough funds, so I might build another couple ships. Trying to stay as close to the fleet limit as we can early on is pretty important, in my opinion. We want to maximize how much minerals we're producing. Energy credits, I want to keep it about 0, slightly positive. It's not even a joke though. Before I could play Hearts of Iron, Europa is probably a good example. By the time I started playing, there was, what, half a dozen DLCs out, and so the learning curve was so steep. I was watching people playing, and it took me at least 10 hours to be able to get basic mechanics down, and then probably 100 hours before I was confident with the mechanics enough to just be like, yeah, I know what I'm doing with this game. Same with CK2. CK2 I watched a lot less, but it still took 100 hours or so before I was confident with the game, or like knew enough to enjoy it as a proper experience. And Hearts of Iron 3 looks so intensive of UI, being that it was a title before they had a lot of UI improvements. Come on, there has to be some crystalline entities around that we can fight. Finish some research. Fusion reactors, good. I can get better shields or better energy production, and energy production is an issue at the moment, so going with that.
System survey complete.
Let's get that mining station going to offset our power. Let's give our scientists some more instruction. Let's survey there because that may end up in our borders reasonably soon.
Research complete.
And we can now build colony ships. Time to get saving. Border range plus 20%. Done. Let's upgrade our designs. We should be able to fit an extra shield on. No. This is where having armor as an option would be nice. Is that cheaper to produce than the other one was? 77 versus 82. Not keen. 77 it is. What about on our other ships? These already have an excess, so if we increase that, 110, 110. Let's do that so we have a free slot for future. And get a shield on our mining ship. Yeah, it's something you need to find. You need inspiration to get into a Paradox game. Well, yeah. Stellaris I think is a lot more accessible, but the other titles you really need inspiration to get in. I was watching a lot of videos from Arumba, Stejo, all of those guys, and that made it far easier to get into. Seeing some of the shenanigans you could pull off made it an exciting game for me. Also, once I found the CK2 Plus mod, that also added a lot more to the game and made me enjoy it a fair bit more. Okay, how is our fleet doing? What are these guys like? Those look like we can fight them. Let's get another Corvette. I like having an even number. Move my fleet over to there, so when our new couple guys arrive, they'll be in a good spot. And that's already being built. Cool. I might take a quick break here, and yeah, thanks for watching. I will be playing for another few hours yet, so stick around. Yeah, thanks for watching. Like the video, because this is all on YouTube too, for those watching on Twitch. Like, subscribe, follow, all the thingies, and I'll see you soon. Thanks.